Some crimes are so chilling, so deeply unsettling, that they become etched in our collective consciousness. They linger in the shadows of our minds, refusing to fade away. The questions stick with me. Who did it? Who was responsible for these heinous acts? The pursuit of justice demands answers even decades later. Why? What drove them to commit such unspeakable acts? Understanding the motive is key to unlocking the truth. And will we ever know the truth? Will these mysteries ever be solved, or are they destined to remain unsolved, forever haunting us with their unanswered questions? Today, I'm diving into one of America's most haunting unsolved cases, a case that gripped the nation and continues to fascinate and disturb us to this day. The Black Dahlia, a name synonymous with mystery, brutality, and the dark side of Hollywood. January 15th, 1947, a date that would forever be etched in the annals of true crime history. Los Angeles, the city of dreams, a place where stars are born and sometimes tragically extinguished. The city was buzzing with post-war hope. A sense of optimism and prosperity filled the air as people celebrated the end of the war and looked forward to a brighter future. But that morning, optimism shattered. The discovery of a young woman's body would send shockwaves through the city and cast a dark shadow over its glittering facade. Elizabeth Short, a name that would soon become infamous. A 22-year-old aspiring actress full of hopes and dreams of making it big in Hollywood, was found brutally murdered. Her life tragically cut short in the most horrific way imaginable. Her body was mutilated. The scene was gruesome and disturbing, leaving a lasting impact on those who witnessed it. Drained of blood, a chilling detail that added to the macabre nature of the crime, and posed in a vacant lot, as if the killer wanted to make a statement, a twisted and disturbing display for the world to see. The press called her the Black Dahlia, a name that would stick, transforming Elizabeth Short into a tragic figure of legend. Tabloids loved the nickname, sensationalizing the story and turning it into a media frenzy. But the reality was anything but glamorous. Behind the sensational headlines was a brutal crime and a young woman whose life was tragically stolen. What made this case stick in our collective memory? Why does the Black Dahlia continue to captivate and haunt us decades later? It's the details. The unsettling and disturbing details that paint a picture of unimaginable horror. The surgical precision. The way the body was mutilated suggested a level of skill and knowledge that was deeply disturbing. The fact that nobody saw or heard anything. A complete lack of witnesses, as if the crime occurred in a vacuum. The way her killer taunted police, playing a twisted game of cat and mouse with law enforcement, sending cryptic letters filled with bizarre messages and clues that ultimately led nowhere, and calling in tips that led nowhere. False leads and dead ends, frustrating the investigation and adding to the mystery. Dozens of suspects were questioned, their lives scrutinized, their alibis checked and rechecked. Doctors with their knowledge of anatomy and surgical procedures. Soldiers, some perhaps suffering from the psychological scars of war. Even celebrities. The glamorous world of Hollywood hiding dark secrets beneath its glittering surface. But no one was charged. Despite the extensive investigation, the killer remained elusive, evading justice and disappearing into the shadows. Over the years, theories have run wild, fueled by speculation, conjecture, and the enduring mystery of the case. Was it a jilted lover, consumed by rage and jealousy? A jealous rival, envious of Elizabeth's beauty and ambition? Or a complete stranger, a random act of violence that defies explanation? Some even think the killer was a skilled surgeon with the knowledge and precision to carry out such a gruesome act. Pointing to the gruesome way Elizabeth's body was cut, the mutilation suggesting a level of expertise that was both chilling and perplexing. But for every theory, there's just as much doubt. The lack of concrete evidence leaving investigators and armchair detectives alike grasping at straws. The LAPD files are thick, filled with countless documents, interviews and leads that ultimately went nowhere. But answers are thin. The truth remains elusive, hidden beneath layers of speculation and misinformation. The media circus turned Elizabeth's memory into a myth, a tragic figure forever associated with the dark side of Hollywood. But she was a real person, not just a headline or a sensational story, with dreams and family, hopes and aspirations that were cruelly taken away from her, lost in the most horrific way imaginable, a tragedy that continues to resonate with us today. The Black Dahlia's murder still haunts Los Angeles, a constant reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of even the most glamorous city. New suspects pop up every decade or so, fueled by new evidence or renewed interest in the case. And amateur detectives comb through faded headlines, poring over every detail in the hopes of finding a new clue, hoping for a breakthrough, a piece of information that could finally solve the mystery and bring closure to this tragic case. But more than 75 years later, the Black Dahlia case remains a chilling reminder of a dark chapter in Hollywood history. The case remains open, a testament to the enduring power of unsolved mysteries, a symbol of Hollywood's darkest secrets, a reminder that even in the city of dreams, nightmares can come true. For me, the scariest part isn't just the brutality. The graphic details of the crime are certainly disturbing, but there's something even more unsettling about this case. It's that someone, somewhere, got away with it. The knowledge that a killer walked free, never brought to justice for their heinous crime. Maybe you've heard a rumor, a whispered story passed down through generations, or your grandparents whispered about the case. The Black Dahlia murder has become a part of our cultural folklore, a story that continues to be told and retold. If you know something, if you have any information, no matter how insignificant it may seem, even a small detail could be the key to unlocking this decades-old mystery. Don't keep it to yourself. Your information could be the missing piece of the puzzle. Justice is always worth chasing, even after all these years. Elizabeth Short deserves justice, no matter how cold the trail. The pursuit of justice should never cease, even when the odds seem insurmountable. And that's just the beginning. The Black Dahlia is just one of many unsolved mysteries that continue to haunt America. America's most haunting unsolved crimes are more than stories. They are real-life tragedies that deserve our attention. They're calls for answers, a plea for justice for the victims and their families. If you're as captivated as I am by these chilling mysteries and the pursuit of truth, then you're in the right place. Stay tuned for the next terrifying mystery in this series. We'll be delving into another haunting unsolved case from across America. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future episodes. And remember, stay curious but stay safe. The world can be a dark and dangerous place, so always be aware of your surroundings.